welcome. Today we're diving into something pretty fascinating, this album quest run by music blogger Greensterox. It's basically this huge mission to find the single best album ever.
Yeah, and the method is, well, it's unconventional, isn't it? Hundreds of albums thrown into random groups of 4. It's like a World Cup, but for music.
Exactly.
And it all comes down to, personal taste, a bit of nostalgia, maybe finding something new. It completely ignores the usual critical darlings sometimes.
And we're zooming in on one group that really highlights this group 171. The title was Train Kept a Rollin'. Quite fitting, as it turns out. The mix was wild. Train's California 37, the best of Bananarama, Keane's Strangeland, and then the one everyone would expect to dominate, Radiohead's OK Computer.
Right, the heavyweight.
So let's get straight to the biggest shock. OK Computer. It came third. Didn't even advance.
Third. Wow. I mean, that album is constantly talked about as like a defining moment of the 90s.
It really makes you wonder about the judging criteria, doesn't it?
It does. The review actually acknowledged parts of its brilliance, like Paranoid Android called it a wild crescendo. But the overall verdict was pretty harsh. It mentioned a cluttered sound, specifically calling it indicative of UK-based mainstream acts back in the mid-90s.
Clutter for OK Computer. That feels like a really contrarian take. What was it being judged against?
And that's kind of the point of this whole quest, isn't it? It seems like complexity, that layered rock sound, was maybe seen as a negative when put right next to things that are cleaner, more straightforward.
More radio-friendly, perhaps?
Exactly. Like maybe there's a bias against stuff that feels, I don't know, overproduced or just gets played too much. Bit of critical fatigue, maybe.
That idea seems even more likely when you look at who came last. 4th place. Bananarama's best of.
Bananarama, pure 80s UK pop, rap, Venus, all that colorful stuff.
Yeah, very much of its time.
The review sort of admitted it was fun initially, but then it got quite critical. So once you peel away the banana skin, there's just a lack of any real musical nutrition.
Ouch. Musical nutrition?
Yeah. Called the songs utterly disposable.
Yeah.
Basically fun but flimsy. Not enough there to really compete, even with nostalgia.
Okay, so the critical giant is out early. The pure pop act is last. So who actually made it through? 2nd place went to Keane with Strangeland.
Right, Keane. And they seem to score points for showing some growth. The album was described as lyrically richer and fuller than their earlier stuff.
So substance was rewarded there.
It seems so. Good storytelling moments were mentioned. And Tim Rice-Oxley's piano, those rousing piano motives, got a nod, along with Tom Chaplin's vocals.
Any specific tracks mentioned?
Yeah, Sovereign Light Cafe was highlighted as proof they were still on top of their game. So it looks like a mix of musical quality and just, genuine enjoyment pushed them forward.
Which brings us to the winner of Group 171. The #1 spot went to Train's California 37.
Yeah. And Train winning really shows how much subjective taste drove this particular ranking.
How was it described?
As a light and breezy, up-tempo pop rock album. Very radio-friendly. The review even said the parallels with Bon Jovi were obvious.
Okay, so definitely leaning into accessibility.
Totally. And variety seemed to be a plus, too. It specifically praised the elite reggae beat on Mermaid and the country duet Bruises with Ashley Monroe.
Interesting mix.
Yeah, it just hit that sweet spot for this judge, apparently.
Yeah.
Easy listening, good vibes. Just sailed past the more demanding albums.
So to recap the final standings for Group 171, #1, Train's California 37, 2nd, Keane's Strangeland, 3rd, Radiohead's OK Computer, and 4th, Bananarama's Best Of. Quite the outcome.
It really is. And if you, listening, are wondering what this tells us, well, this whole album quest kind of suggests that maybe that curated song-focused playlist experience we all have now, maybe that's valued more highly sometimes than the deep, complex album experience.
Personal enjoyment just trumping critical acclaim.
Pretty much. Nostalgia and just what feels good in the moment seem to be winning out over, established rock history.